Welcome to the Reflect Podcast, the world's first 100% AI-generated show. In this special series, we explore AI literacy, a critical skill as AI reshapes industries, jobs, and society. Are we ready? Let's dive into the challenges, opportunities, and steps needed to ensure AI benefits everyone. The future is being written. Let's make sure you're part of it and kick things off with your hosts, Ed Fazio and Bobby Britton.
The future of work isn't just changing, it's being completely rewritten by AI. The recent studies show that 85% of the jobs that will exist in 2030 haven't even been invented yet, and that transformation is happening faster than anyone predicted.
That's fascinating because most people still think we're years away from significant AI impact. But the data suggests we're already in the middle of this massive shift.
And what's really interesting is how this transformation is creating entirely new categories of jobs. The World Economic Forum just released a report showing that for every job AI displaces, it's creating 2.3 new positions, but they're roles we've never seen before, like AI ethics consultants and digital transformation specialists.
That reminds me of how the internet created jobs that would have sounded like science fiction in the 80s. Are we seeing similar patterns with AI adoption?
Well, it's actually happening much faster. Looking at adoption rates, AI is being integrated into businesses about 3 times faster than the internet was. And here's what's really surprising is not just tech companies leading the charge. Traditional industries like manufacturing and agriculture are among the fastest adopters.
You know what's particularly interesting about that? The biggest challenge these companies are facing isn't actually implementing the technology. It's finding people who can teach others how to use it effectively.
Exactly right. And that's creating this massive opportunity in education. According to LinkedIn's latest workforce report, demand for AI literacy trainers has increased by 300% in just the last year. I was reading about a former high school teacher who now makes 6 figures helping companies develop their internal AI training programs. And
So what's the key to success in these new roles? It can't just be technical knowledge, right?
that's one of the most surprising findings. Technical skills only account for about 30% of what makes someone successful in these roles. The real differentiator is the ability to translate complex concepts into practical applications. Companies are actually preferring candidates with backgrounds in psychology and communication over pure technical expertise.
That's such a shift from what we've traditionally valued in tech-related fields. How are educational institutions adapting to this new reality?
Well, they're having to completely reimagine their approach. MIT just announced they're integrating AI literacy into every major field of study, not just computer science. And get this, they're finding that arts and humanities students are often better at identifying innovative AI applications than traditional STEM students.
That's really turning conventional wisdom on its head. I've been reading about similar trends in the business world.
Oh, yeah. And here's where it gets really interesting. Companies that are most successfully implementing AI aren't necessarily the ones with the biggest tech budgets. According to McKinsey's latest report, the strongest predictor of successful AI adoption is actually having a robust change management strategy. They found that companies with strong cultural adaptation programs are 5 times more likely to see positive ROI from their AI investments.
Those numbers really highlight how this is more about people than technology.
Exactly. And that's creating what analysts are calling the AI readiness gap. Right now, only about 12% of organizations say they have the talent they need to successfully navigate this transformation. And that's why we're seeing this explosion in demand for AI transformation consultants, people who can bridge the technical and human elements of this change.
And I imagine that gap is even wider in smaller companies and underserved communities.
That's where some of the most innovative solutions are emerging. There's this fascinating initiative in Detroit where former auto workers are being trained as AI implementation specialists. They're leveraging their deep understanding of manufacturing processes and combining it with AI literacy to help modernize traditional industries.
That's such a powerful example of how this transformation could actually help reduce economic inequality rather than widen it.
And that's really the key point here. This AI transformation is inevitable, but how it impacts society is still very much in our hands. The World Economic Forum estimates that within fiscal year 2025, nearly half of all workers will need significant reskilling. The question isn't whether AI will transform our economy, it's whether we'll be ready to ensure that transformation benefits everyone.
Our previous episode set the stage in part 1, and we've started to gain more clarity on how the AI revolution will impact the current workforce. Looking ahead to the next episode's deep dive into specific industry adaptations should be fascinating.
Absolutely right, because each industry is finding its own unique way through this transformation. But the common thread is clear: the future belongs to those who can help others navigate through these changes. Whether you're an educator, a business leader, or consultant, the opportunity to shape this transformation is right now.
Great stuff. We'll stop here for now, but as mentioned, there's more to come. We want to remind our listeners that they can follow the entirety of this special series by visiting the official website at reflectpodcast.com, and for those looking for help on their own AI transformation journeys, visit our sponsor, bytebrain.org. That's BYTE brain.org for more information and resources. Until next time, take care and stay curious.
That's it for today's episode of the Reflect Podcast. AI is shaping the world as we know it. Don't get left behind. If you found this discussion valuable, make sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share this with your network. Join us next time as we continue to break down AI's impact on the future and how you can stay ahead. Learn more at reflectpodcast.com. Until then, we're telling the future, are you in it? Take care, and thanks for listening.